Hello there, half-afters, if you want to call yourselves that. It's been way too long since I've checked in with you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and make this video. I have literally no script. I've put a lot of thought into it, but I don't know. As you can see, this is what I got going on. If I don't get this video done, I'm just never going to do it, because I keep wanting to do it, and then I never do it, and I'm like, just do it, and I never do it. Yeah, you got to get back in the groove of doing things, because I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is my first video that I have done since. As you can see, it's been a long time ago. More than a year, almost 2 years ago. So what has happened? Well, I got this thing, the shed. Alright, so I guess I could give you the timeline of everything that's happened. This is my bar. This is my, I inherited that from my dad. So let's sit down behind the bar and look at all that stuff. I mean, there's lots and lots of stuff in here. This place is literally like a manifestation of how my brain works and how it's all over the place all the time. You know, you think I might have mentioned ADHD a couple times in my videos, even though okay, it's not really an excuse sometimes, but I've come to terms with it that I do have it. Not the biggest part of my personality, though. I joke about it a lot. But yeah, I've got so much stuff going on. This is straightened up, then it's not. I get another project going, and everything just turns into another project. See, I've already rambled on way too much. Let's see. Well, we're approaching the end of 2025 already, which that's pretty nuts. I mean, shoot. All right. So, 2024, what happened? Where I left off, I think it was the sumo build, the sumo paint build. Okay, that thing right there. Yeah, that's where I left off. The last rocket that I launched was that bad boy. Okay, I went to the February meet in 2024 at Florida Space Modeling Association to get my cert flight. And I had a big plan on how to release all the videos and stuff. And alright, well, here's the deal. I got certified. I'm level 1 certified now through NAR. So I can fly up to an I now. That's pretty cool. It was a successful flight, yes. It was cool. I mean, I felt big and bad. I put the RMS motor together, and it was a 29-180. It was a H128 White Lightning, and it flew great. The build was something else, though, but it's still one of my favorite rockets, if not my favorite. But I would do it a million other different ways if I rebuilt it again. So February 2024 was a very, very difficult time for me. I was trying to get certified, and I was in the middle of building that, getting everything ready and doing this, getting overwhelmed with a lot of different things, home life, you name it. Nothing really like life altering bad stuff, but my blood dad, my dad passed away in February 2024. That hit me pretty hard, and I'm in the middle of filming so much stuff and getting the sumo build done and painting it and getting everything all buttoned up, ready to go, and getting the video where I'm putting the engine together, edited and put together. And my dad passes. So a lot of the footage that I was filming around that time, I'm just putting all that out of my mind, like not even thinking about it, like it hasn't even registered yet. like, okay, yeah, I know. I had a relationship with my dad. I don't think I'll disclose everything, my personal life, just yet. Maybe at a later date. But I had a good relationship with my dad. Um, he's not the one that raised me, and that's not because he wasn't a deadbeat or a bum. So don't think that. It's just a long story. The '80s were a interesting time on how childcare goes. Let's say that. So he passed away, which that wound up hit me pretty decently hard. Kind of just kept things moving a little bit that I could, and then after I got my cert flight, after that, I was still continuing to do some of the build videos. I'm working on my Lock Weasel, my Aerotech Initiator, and I got a couple other ones like I think there's a Quest Big Betty, and I got different stuff going on. We're still in 2024, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that happened rocketry wise in 2024. Glenda Estes passed away. That sucked. I'll never get to meet her, unfortunately. Vern, I'm sure, is not taking it, doing what he can, I'm sure. But we're fortunate to still have him right about now. But yeah, in other news, like I know that the good things in the rocketry community were that a lot of the like F, G, maybe I think some H's. There's a lot of motors now that do not require hazmat now, so that's a good thing. That was actually a major breakthrough, and hopefully they keep getting more and more motors where you do not have to pay a ridiculous hazmat fee to get them shipped to you if you need to. I mean, all this stuff that you see back here, a lot of this is not mine. That's my Mega Initiator. I just brought it out here not too long ago. That's actually the Lock Weasel that I'm still working on, so don't let me fool you if I just said something about, yeah, I built it, but I haven't yet. I still got to finish that up. But I am actually working on the video. I got back in the groove. That's why I'm doing this. So I'm trying to get back on it. It actually makes me feel better because not doing it for so long, you feel so bad, and you feel bad for not doing it, and then you're like, screw it, I can't even do it. You got to get that. You got to get that boulder moving again, and the big heavy boulder. You got to start pushing it a little bit, and then you start picking up a little bit of momentum. So here we go. All these rockets I got from a friend of mine. He goes to FSA a lot. He actually owns. So from my friend of mine, Jimmy Burgess gave me all these. Okay, he has a YouTube channel. It's Paradise Rocketry, and he also runs a business. But he gave me a bunch of stuff. He went to like a. Not really an estate sale, but somebody contacted him that was the wife of a Rocketeer that passed away, and she didn't really know what to do all his stuff, so she gave a bunch of stuff away for free. So a lot of this stuff, besides like my Initiator, my Mega Initiator, my Weasel, my Sumo, this is all free. A lot of it's not in the best condition, and I got that big long boy right there, which is some kind of lock kit. I don't know, maybe a bruiser or... It's old school, definitely. That's all stuff that kind of overwhelmed me as to what to do with it. It was just sitting in my room. This is my shed now. This is my other man cave, you might even say. Well, my main man cave in the house is where I do most of my filming, right? That's where I do all the build videos and the unboxing videos. Oh boy, I got to get into that too. So... like I was saying, I got all these, right? And that was kind of like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Because I shoved it all in my room when I brought it home. And this isn't it. This is just like the main rockets. I've got parachutes, shot cords, I got a whole thing of dog barf. Finally, now I got dog barf, so now I understand. You buy a big pack from Home Depot and it's going to last you 50 years, 5,000 launches. But I got everything like that. And I probably make a video going more into depth about what exactly I got and what I can work with and maybe what I can restore or maybe what I can kind of necro, bring it back from the dead, But I mean, there is a lot of cool stuff, I ain't going to lie. And some of it was Jimmy's own builds that he gave me that he just didn't want any more making room for new stuff. Understandable. So yeah, I had to shove all this in here to make room in my room in the house where I do most of the filming and building and stuff. This is probably going to be its own video. Now, if we come over here on the other side of my bar, right? Which I hope there's not too much incriminating stuff in the background. That is all my boxes that I have yet to unbox that I was getting from Launch Lab. And by the way, he's actually got a super box now, which I think is $100 a month instead of $50 a month. And I told him that I actually spoke to Steve. Steve's a cool guy. I ain't gonna lie. He's one of us. He's a rocket guy. He's cool. And the reason why he wound up contacting me, because I was getting them for months, right? Not opening them. They're all unopened. Those are from a year ago. Okay. All these are from a year ago. All the unboxings that I've done is what you've seen. So I've got to open all these up, and I hope they don't have any candy in them or anything like that. That's probably gone bad and hopefully didn't explode or get all over the place inside the boxes, because, you know. I told you I am a fisherman, by the way. Look at there. I do have a lot of fishing stuff. But I don't do that. I just have the stuff. It's lacking on everything. These were coming to me. And then the last box, which I hope Steve didn't think I was like mad at him or like I don't want to do business with him anymore. It took forever. It was like a month late. It went to Puerto Rico for some reason. And I think it has engines in it. I'm not sure. Because it's got a hazmat on it or something. It's got some kind of special label. And it went to... It looks like the luggage from Looney Tunes. Like where Bugs Bunny goes all over the world and it's got all the stickers of the places he's been. That box is what that looks like. It's got so many different... Like I had to go through customs a million times. Like they didn't know what to do with it. I don't know why it went to Puerto Rico, but it did. So I guess they had to figure all that out. And it finally got to me like a month later. And that's going to be, of course, like the grand finale. I'll just start releasing the box opening videos as soon as I can. But yeah, Steve was cool about it. And he was like, dude, I don't know what the heck's going on. I was like, dude, I'm not sweating it. Don't worry about it. I'll probably get back on that if I can figure out, because space is limited in my house and in the shed. If I can figure out what I'll do with everything, especially once I open them up. I just had a million projects going on. I got married. If you want to, let's see if I'm forgetting anything in 2024. Nah, not really. I'll think about it. I got married officially to my wife. I might have mentioned her as my wife. We might as well have been married. It took me way too long to do so, and I'm just like, you know what, screw it. Let's just go ahead and do it. So we did. And that's been since January, so yay. You know what they say, you don't know somebody till you live with them. We've been living together for 11 years, so I think we know each other pretty well, unless she's got a second life somewhere, and I don't know. But we did, and that was pretty cool. That felt really good. Oh, I'm a total dummy. Are you wondering why I'm wearing glasses? I wanted to skip over 2024. Do you want to know why I'm wearing glasses? Back to 2024. Around July 2024, I'm at work. I'm a garbage man, by the way, in case you guys want to know what I do to make my money to do rocket stuff. I'm a CDL driver. I work a garbage truck. That's what I do. So yeah, I do get some cool stuff from the garbage. I find stuff, but I'm not I don't know. Am I a hoarder? I don't know. A lot of this isn't like stacks of garbage, and it's not like poop diapers up to the ceiling. So I don't know if I'm going to make it on an episode of Hoarders yet or not. But this is tools and stuff that actually need to be put away and figured out what I'm going to do with them. And I mean, you can see like everything's just kind of bare bones, and I don't know if I'm going to insulate it or not or all that good stuff. 2024, I had a detached retina. Because I was driving around one morning, it was a Tuesday, and I remember this. I'm seeing floaters in my eye, okay? I'm thinking they're bugs, and I'm swatting at them. I'm thinking there's a fly in the truck. I'm in a garbage truck. So I'm like, what the heck's going on here? I'm like, you see floaters in your eye. Sometimes you look up at the sky, rub your eyes, look up at the sky. You might see the little black squiggly things going places. Well, the thing is, they might go away after a few seconds. Well, these were not going away. Okay, that's not good. So that night, I'm really starting to notice that when I blink my eye, I'm seeing flashes of light. I'm seeing darkness in the corner of my eye. So if I look up this way, all this down here is black. Like almost like I lost like a quarter of my my peripheral vision. Okay, I've never worn glasses in my life. I've actually had really good eyesight my entire life. This is my good eye. All right, but I'm seeing bugs everywhere, and I'm laying in bed that night, and I'm blinking my eyes, and I'm seeing flashes of light. Like it just flashes of light when I'm blinking my eye, and then I noticed that I had the darkness in the corner of my eye. So of course you get on Google, WebMD, Google symptoms, and you think you're gonna die of radioactive spider bite or something, and all you did was have a detached retina, but still wasn't good. So next morning I called into work and said, hey, I need to go get this checked out. This is not good. So okay, all right, they were cool with it, they understand. Went to go find out, bunch of back and forth a couple days, and went to the main eye doctor office, and come to find out, yeah, you got a detached retina, you're gonna need surgery. Needless to say, I got a silicone band around my eye, kind of keeping it together, because if you know what a retina does, it's kind of just a layer inside your eye, and if fluid gets there where it's not supposed to be, that's where you start seeing the floaters. And yeah, and detached retina can come from a really hard sneeze. It can come from a really bad migraine. It can come from just poking yourself in the eye. Now the doc said mine was like that for a long time. Okay, I'm sure I would have noticed it a lot way before that, because my vision has always been kind of a very important thing to me. Like it's just one of those things. I don't know if you guys like having your eyesight, but I really do. And it's always been like a thing. I've never wanted to go blind, like one of my biggest fears. So that has been very trying on me as well. I was out of work for a month, almost a month and a half. My last paycheck was incredibly ugly because I was out of time. I was out of sick time, vacation time. I burnt all that up last year going through all this. And, well, I was depressed. I was very depressed. I was very down. I had a lot of fuck it's, okay? This is my channel. I'm going to go ahead and drop that F-bomb. I don't care. I had a real bad case of it. I just didn't... Just not caring, not wanting to do anything. Just kind of moping around, whatever, until my eye healed up. Because I had a patch on it for a long time. And it had to heal up. Don't touch it. Whatever you do, don't touch it. If it gets infected, you're going to lose your eye. You know, okay, well, I'm not scared at all for losing my eyesight, you know. So, yeah. We went through all that. Month and a half later, I get my glasses. I got these here, and I got sunglasses that do the same thing. And, well, that's been over a year ago, and I've been getting used to... I've already sat on these twice. I'm not used to wearing glasses. I'm terrible at it. But sunglasses, yeah, I always wear those, but... My prescription's actually changing than they said it would, and so I'm probably going to have to go get redone for some new ones, and they're not cheap, and I understand why people get pissed off, like in movies and real life. You broke my glasses, and they want to whoop your ass. I understand why now, because they're not cheap. So I'm just going to be rocking this look from now on. Now I look like a real Rocketeer, right? Like, I got the bald egghead going on, but look, they ain't found a way to kill me yet. They haven't snuffed the rooster yet, so I'm still in it. This is actually the shirt that I wore in my first video with my nephew. Imagine that. So I really wanted to make this video just to make contact with everybody and let you guys know that I'm not dead, that I still want to do this. I still want to do Aft Rocketry. I'm level 1 certified now. Never know where I'll go from here. I'm still in the middle of making videos, and right now I just kind of got back in the groove of going back and finishing up some of the editing on some, and now I just gotta... I've actually literally got videos sitting on YouTube that are in private that haven't actually been uploaded yet. So, yeah, when you know it. That's where I am right now. Yeah, if you guys ever had a detached retina, it could have came from anything. It could have from me just acting goofy and actually poking myself in the eye. I just been... I mean, it's not as bad now. I'm pretty somewhat used to it, but sometimes every now and then it bothers me that, hey, man, you know, your eyesight's jacked up, because I'll swat at bugs because I still see the floaters. I'll swat at bugs. I think there's a mosquito or something, and it's like, what are you swatting at? I thought it was a bug, but there wasn't. Oh, yeah, I got into soldering a little bit. I'm not an electronics kind of guy, but I've been kind of wanting to learn. That's another reason why there's so much mess going on in here, because I've been scrapping stuff, salvaging, see what I can get from it. Because eventually, you know, if I go dual deploy, I want to know what I'm doing.
probably wind up getting an egg timer quark. They got 2 versions of that apparently. One's a little bit easier to build, one's not. But I got, hey, look at here. I got my workbench. I got all, one of my decals going on. By Rocket Motors, yeah, Triple E, all the good stuff. So yeah, this is my. If I need to get away from the house, kind of have some me time, don't have to worry about jamming out, listening to my music, and bothering the old wife. I can come out here and do my thing, or if I got to do nasty work of stuff that shouldn't be done in the house, I can come out here and do it. If there's anything I'm forgetting, I have to just go ahead and add it in. So the gist, yeah, my dad passed, that sucked. My eye happened, which my aunt, that I've never met before in my life at this point, was telling me to, I've talked to her on the phone, but I never physically met her. She was telling me that I need to go up there and, basically get some of his stuff. I tried to make that appointment, and that was back in August 2024. And of course, then this happened. So that had to get postponed until April of 2025. And I went up there and met my aunt for the first time, and that was pretty cool. Definitely a resemblance. I feel sorry for her. No, I'm kidding. But look, that was pretty cool. I did finally get to go up there, but it was bittersweet because I had to go through my dad's stuff. And you have to pick out basically what you would think he would want you to have and what you think would be the most meaningful stuff. And if you've ever had to do that, then you know what I'm talking about. It's hard. It's hard having to decide probably what's going in a dumpster and probably what's going to get saved. And you try to pack the car, which they live all the way in Illinois. I'm a Florida man, so that was a heck of a road trip, I'll say that. Stuff the car slap full of much stuff as possible, and then come back here. That's where I was in April of this year. If you guys have ever had to go through that, I'm sorry, it sucks. I mean, I've gone through so many different things like that in my life, especially my adult life. Also in April 2025, I had my 20th high school reunion, and that was weird. It's like, because in your brain, if you haven't seen like childhood friends since you were, a teenager or whatever, in your brain, that's how they still look like. But then you go to the reunion, you see people, and you're not quite sure, like, man, who's this guy? And they come up to you and they know you, but you can't recognize them, and you feel like an asshole. And it's not like you don't care. You just haven't seen them in so long. And you got several people like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And I'm like, oh, or however they talk. Yeah, I'm John. You remember me? And I'm like, oh my god, yeah, dude. What the heck have you been up to? Oh, I'm this and that. And it's surreal. And it was I was kind of nervous. Kind of had anxiety a little bit. Dang, people are gonna see me, and I probably look like shit. Look like I'm getting on up there. I'm looking more like a teacher instead of a student these days. But everybody was, man. And I think if you ever have a chance to go to your high school reunion, unless you absolutely hated school and people that were in your school, then I would just at least suggest to go to at least one. I didn't go to my 10 year, but I'm glad I went to my 20th year because, they had a special little table. And that was, we had, out of our graduating class, about 10 of us is already gone, passed away, due to various reasons. So, like I was telling some people that I met up with there that I may or may not have recognized, and then I wound up finding because we had name tags too, and they were playing this game that, all right, you get this person's name tag, and they get your name tag, and you gotta find each other. Well, somebody found me off the bat. I guess it's the ears. I was always Dumbo. They wanted to piss me off, flip me in the ear, Dumbo. You go ahead and go to one of your reunions. Just do it. Because that table is just going to get bigger and bigger. Like I was telling people at the reunion, look, I knew I had to go because you just never know. So I'm glad I got to see everybody. I know there's stuff that I'm forgetting to say, but I need to just go ahead and get this video out. I'm rambling on now for almost 30 minutes. I'll probably chop some of it out, but I am coming back to you guys, I promise. I'm sitting at, and it's funny because it's like 185, and then it's like 179. It's like, what, people subscribe to me and then they unsubscribe. I don't know what's going on. They bots. I'm still getting some pretty solid views, even though I haven't put anything out in almost 2 years. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this and just say, hey guys, I'm still around. I still want to do this. And I hope this video wasn't like negative. I hope I didn't give anybody. I'm hoping it's more of a positive thing. I want to make this video a positive thing. Hey, we're going to get back into the groove and go from here. I mean, I've got several kits, box openings, stuff that I just quick tips, and I've got all these ideas, and I just gotta do it. So I'm going to start off getting this done, and then we'll go from here. I know I'm going to forget stuff. I probably rambled on about so much other stuff that's just not important, but this summer was brutal. I wanted to make this video a couple months ago, but this summer sucked. It was 100 degrees every day down here in South Florida, and if it wasn't 100 degrees, then it was raining, pouring down rain. So there was really no opportunity to really do a whole lot of things in my yard or paint or anything like that of any rockets. So now that we're kind of getting more into the fall, winter time, I might just pick up on it, and I think the timing's right. So here we are. My half-afters, you know I love you. And if you stuck out this entire video with me, then you're awesome. You're the real winners. Because I know you just want to listen to some random guy on the internet ramble on about random stuff. Well, there we go. But, you know, this is Robbie D with Aft Rocketry. We're going to keep on bringing it to you as much as I can. I have figured out faster ways of editing things. I'm going to bring it out to you as much as I can. But this year, I got to do it. I got to get back into it because my love for rocketry is never going to die. So, and I want to share it with you. And I will see you guys next time. Sometime. Hopefully soon. God, I look terrible. I look like a thumb that's got fuzz on it, and I'm late for my college class. Professor ass. That's what I look like. But I'll see you guys later, all right? Professor half-ass rocketry. Look at there. Ooh, now we know why we named it that way, because it's funny. Later.